Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we've got our regular topics, we're starting off with news and events, and then we'll move on to the upcoming or review of the our event that we had a couple of nights ago. And then we got a video we're gonna show about Phelps, so we may have to forego that. We've had some technical issues with YouTube to resolve it. Okay, first of all, if you remember from previous meetings, you know, we had talked about Saturn's moon Titan would be doing some crossing of the planet Saturn, because during this period when it's almost edge on, we can actually see the shadows of the satellites as they cross the planet. Now, this is relatively rare event. So I was looking at the schedule or the predictions, and I was doing this on the 3rd of September. I set up the telescope to go out there, take some images to see what I could get. And this is, the seeing was not very good. Yeah, as you can tell from the raw video here, it was.
Yeah, but it's still great, and it's still Saturn.
Well, it's Saturn, yeah.
Yeah, isn't that about what Galileo saw?
Yeah,
I think
probably,
roughly
yeah.
that, yeah.
So,
So,
were you able to get a shadow or?
well, normally, you know, if conditions were like that, I'd pack it up, say, no, I'll try again at a different time, you know, because the seeing, rather horrible. But because there was only 2 more opportunities to get the shadow with transit of across Saturn, and I wasn't going to be available for the next one, I was kind of evaluating, should I pack everything up or should I press on, just, you know, gather whatever data I can collect and see what I can make out of it. So I decided to press on and collect the data, and then I ran it through the modern image processing tools to see what I could get, and we'll see what if you think it was working here.
Are you kidding?
No.
What did you use?
Hey, go back to the other image for a sec, John.
Yeah, I've got one slide here.
Oh,
I
wow.
saw that.
Oh, now you do see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So which moon is it that's doing the?
That's Titan. You can see-
That is Titan, okay.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah,
the actual moon right there, the
Yeah.
shadow down here.
Whoa.
And you're right, you could see it
Yep.
up here, but
Yeah,
real time when I was setting up, I couldn't even tell if I was in focus.
yeah.
You know, trying to get a
Yeah,
critical
yeah,
focus with the image jump around like that.
That's gorgeous.
What was
Oh.
the processing package you used?
Well, this, yeah, I used, Registax for stacking the video images.
Yeah.
And then, what's the other one for, bringing out the pathway?
Yeah.
Data. But it's basically, you know, 2 of them. Registax.
Gorgeous. Wow.
That ring is just.
I love it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Have it all. Matching phone.
Yeah, it's not very good. I'm waiting, well, we actually have some good seeing to see what I can do with Saturn, because it, you know, both Saturn and Jupiter are coming to opposition.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, a couple weeks after I did this one here, I attempted Jupiter again, seeing wasn't perfect. But this event here, getting the
Shadow.
transit
Yeah.
Titan, the Astronomical League, you know, they have different awards for observing. And, you know, getting this image qualifies me to get one of those awards.
Ooh.
So I think I'm gonna send it in and show them, yeah, I got this, because, you know, this is not gonna happen again until the year 2040.
Wow.
So you can see it was, you know, essentially
Go,
now or never,
Yeah.
for me, so.
John, could you put that on our website?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, add that to our photos. That'd be great.
Okay, yeah, maybe we can get the video side by side like this and
Oh, nice.
so we show. So the lesson, I learned is number one, I couldn't believe I pulled this out of the hat.
Yeah.
And number two, things may not look perfect, but still you can pull the data, out of the noise, so to speak. And, but as I said, a couple of weeks later, Jupiter, they attempted Jupiter. And there's Jupiter. And you can see the,
Storm.
got a great red spot right here. You can see some of the equatorial belt coming through here again. Seeing is not good. This is not a very good image, but, yeah, I was able to get it.
Beautiful.
Okay, now for upcoming events. We talked about, Barbara told us it's gonna be on the 15th now.
Yes, I would
15th?
just say you can be fairly sure that we're moving it, so on the 15th,
Okay,
Wednesday evening. So, and we had put on the flyer 8 to 9:30, just because by that time it should be, the moon is, sorry, the sun is setting a little bit past, no, yeah, about 6:30, something like that. So by 7:15, certainly by 7:30, it's nice and dark. If I was you guys, if you are coming, I wouldn't actually arrive when it's pitch black. I would get there earlier. It's always a little freaky arriving when it's completely dark. So if you can, if you don't get too cold and stuff, and bring a warm blanket and a warm jacket and a beanie and all of that. But I think we should have decent viewing that night. It's been looking for the last several days, like Tuesday is already supposed to be clear night skies, and Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm pretty hopeful that Wednesday will be it.
okay.
Yeah.
But the important thing, I'd like our club to collaborate,
Uh-huh.
the land trust,
Okay, so
and bring
sign up.
telescopes,
Oh, yeah,
to share. So,
absolutely. That time, Doug, when you were there and you were sharing some of your information, it was really
Yeah.
useful. Yeah.
because Saturn should be visible, so
Uh-huh.
people who want to stay up
Yeah,
to look
yeah.
at Saturn,
Yeah. Good.
I think would be maybe a good event.
And, Andromeda Galaxy should be
Yeah.
nicely visible. That's always a good one this time of year. The fall is perfect for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and she'll be up over, even with the mountain blocking that eastern sky, she'll be high enough. So
should be.
should be
be
fine.
fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I would love some good telescopes there. I have a pretty basic telescope that I always bring, and we typically open it up to folks afterwards, right? Because it's hard to do both, to be doing a tour of the sky and the telescope at the same time.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be able to make
That's,
make that on.
Yeah.
But.
Do you have a time for the Medford High School trip?
It's basically around
It's on the
noon.
bottom. Yeah.
Well,
I'm
that's
asking
the
about
date.
time.
Time.
Yeah, I haven't, I gotta talk with Megan, she's the planetarium
Okay,
director.
because it's a Saturday, right?
Yeah, Saturday, it's gonna be either 11 o'clock or noon, I think of it. So it's
To
around
be
noon
there.
to be there.
So it's a couple hours to get there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
and wear your Halloween costume. No.
Yeah.
'Cause it's the-
No, but some of
Yeah.
you have been to the one last year.
Yeah.
It's a good program.
Yeah,
It's well
yeah.
worth going.
Huh.
So, and Megan always, well, last year she actually tailored the presentation to the location of Mount Shasta, so he showed the sky as it appeared from Mount Shasta
Nice.
during that presentation, so. Yeah, that'd be a great program. Okay, and then, we're showing the 24th for a star party,
Oh.
but I'm not sure, again, on the 24th, I'm not gonna be able to make that one. So whether, being we've had all these other activities this month, it's been a pretty busy month, whether we should forego the dark sky site this month, or if somebody wants to go out there, set up, you're welcome to. So, maybe quick show of hands, anybody that be interested in being out there on the 24th? So, yeah, 'cause it's already starting to get cold out there, so So I think we'll just go ahead and just, not do that, this month. And then just go ahead and do the activities, the Pat Creek Observatory and the North Medford High School on the first of November. But on the 24th, even if you can't make it out to the dark sky side, if you got a good western sky exposure, look for the comet. It should be nice at that time. So, any questions on that?
Oh,
Yes.
oh, what time for the Hat Creek? Time of day?
So with the Hat Creek, so I will be sending more information to
Oh.
any of you who gave me your name and contact info. But our reservation with Alex Pollock is for 11 a.m. because and so since it takes about hour 20 minutes and we'll probably be waiting for each other a little bit, I kind of figured we would be leaving here 9:30. And I tended to, how about probably a good place for the cars to meet up would be, let's say, I don't know, race parking lot, unless we just arrange to, like, for some of the drivers to pick up folks directly where they live. I don't know what the situation is with the car needs, so we'll throw that
Last
together.
year, when we went to Medford, we met at the race parking lot.
Did you? I think that's always the easiest. It's
Yeah.
easiest to leave a car there if need be or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
So-
yeah.
Um,
Hey, I wanted to say one thing about John. Do you guys go to your Phoenix Sky Sanctuary once it gets cold, like or not? Like in November,
depends on
December?
snow.
Yeah, it depends on
Yeah.
the weather.
So one thing that I would recommend if you guys, so, clearly we can put our efforts together with the Siskiyou Land Trust. I have been doing my stargazing evenings even in winter, and that western exposure of the flanks of Mount Shasta, the off 97, it stays essentially snow-free right through the winter. Even when we have a couple feet of snow here, it's snow-free, or there just might be little patches. So that's not a bad place. It's not particularly beautiful because it's just a dirt lot next to the dirt road and so on.
Has the bus moved yet?
Yes, it has. I just went by there on my way home from the moon evening,
Right.
and it looked, not only was the buzz gone, but there was, thank goodness, no trash this time, because I've done 2 trash cleanups at that site to keep it going for future uses. Second idea for you guys for the star parties is I just went to visit a friend of mine who lives by Hammond Pond. So north
Mhm.
Mount Shasta, Old Stage, right? And she would be fine. She has asked some of the other homeowners for us to, now that the pond is dry, to use the pond as a place. I did that once before, many years ago, with a student group. It's the bottom of that pond is silty, so it's actually kind of soft. And when you lay down a tarp on that, it's not rocky, it's nice, and so on. And it's not a bad exposure when you're in the middle of what is normally the reservoir and doesn't get a whole lot of snow there. So you might, if you decide you'd like to keep your parties going, this is not a big group, so they don't want a big group. I don't think I can use it for the land trust because I normally have 30 plus people coming, right? But I think for this group, if you have 10 people coming, there's
Okay.
enough parking right on their road and they're
Yeah,
fine with it.
yeah, I think typically we have 6 or 8 people at most.
Yeah.
Come on.
So I think that could be wonderful. It's nice and dark.
Yeah.
You're far enough from town.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
But,
Yes.
a couple weeks ago, when Saturn was coming up over the horizon, on the star chart, it showed Neptune right to the left of it.
Mhm, mhm.
And I saw 5 stars, but I couldn't find the green one.
Well, it wouldn't be in a field of view.
Yeah.
If you're looking at it through a telescope, it's further away and you can't see it
It's way too
naked
small.
eye.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
it can be seen with like a 10 power binoculars.
That guy
And-
Jeff, it took him a while, like you said, perseverance.
Yeah.
But he
Mhm.
finally got it, I saw.
I need some pointers on that.
Yeah.
How to do that.
Yeah, but it's your typical telescope might have maybe 1 degree field of view. And I
Oh.
think it was a couple of degrees away.
Sure, yeah, I saw 5 different stars there, but I just
Okay.
couldn't tell which one
Mm,
Yeah,
was
mm.
the planet. Okay.
Okay, well, there are, planetarium programs. Matter of fact, Barbara showed one last month
Yeah.
where you could show where the planets are and you could probably draw a little star chart. So star field, so you could star hop and recognize, the star field
Well,
and then locate,
yeah,
Neptune.
I tried, but
Yeah.
I don't think it didn't show it almost looked like Cassiopeia, just a little W pattern right to the left of Saturn.
Okay.
And I figured one of those might be.
Interesting.
Neptune.
Yeah, but Neptune, I think the biggest characteristic is it does show up as a greenish color. So. That's how I typically tell if it's in the field of view. We know that net is, it really doesn't, it's hard to resolve it as a disk,
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
sure.
but, yeah, if you,
and it shows up greenish, not bluish. Yes, Neptune is more blue, at least in.
Yeah.
is it bluish?
Uranus is more greenish.
Okay,
blue,
yeah.
But I,
Well, I'm thinking- Yeah.
and Uranus you should be able to pick out, right? Just barely, right? I've never have, but I think.
Yeah, I think
I
both of them
remember-
are,
It's conjunct the Pleiades
same.
right now, so you'd have to be able to distinguish the
Yeah.
planet from the Pleiades.
but again, I think it's far enough away. That's not gonna be in your telescope field of view. Yeah, but there should be resources online that you can go to help you actually locate it. So what kind of telescope are you using,
Oh,
or just binoculars?
both I was trying, yeah, I don't know, it's, I forget what brand, but the front line's about like that, 3 inches or so.
Okay,
But
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't
it's,
know what power it is.
because it's, I think 8th or 9th magnitude, so it's not that bright. For the
Oh.
people who saw Saturn and Titan, and then Rhea next to it, I think Rhea was about 9th magnitude, so it's, it's, unless you're an experienced observer, you could be looking right at it, and not recognizing.
Uh-huh.
So. Okay, now let's get to the fun part. There we go. Jeff White is one of our club members. He drove all the way from Oroville to set up his telescope here.
How did he find us? I thought.
Well,
we
he's been a
met
member
at-
for several years now.
I've never seen him here. I've never
He's
been-
never come to a meeting because he lives in Oroville,
Right.
It's a 3.5 hour drive for him. He hopes to make it out, but 3.5 hours one way. You,
I don't
Okay.
remember meeting him last year at the observation thing.
no, I met him for the first time.
Ah,
John, I'm gonna send you the info on the Hat Creek thing, see if he would wanna join us, I don't know.
that's what I was
Think
thinking.
Yeah.
that's something, yeah. And are you interested in going, did you say? To
Yeah,
Hat Creek, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I'll put you in.
yep, I'll be there.
Mhm.
No, I'm driving too, so I can.
Okay,
take some
I was
people.
gonna ask you, so you can drive?
Yep.
and you- Okay, sounds good.
Fine.
How many
5,
passengers?
including me, so 4 passengers.
4 passengers?
As long as we doesn't mind me sitting in a middle seat.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
He had 6 or 8 of them.
So, but, yeah, Jeff, he's got a Takahashi telescope and it's really, that's a premium class telescope. So if you've never looked through a Takahashi before, you're in for a treat. And he had it set up, he had well, put that in here. And here, he has a solar
Oh,
set up there, so
Uh-huh.
you're looking at it. So you can see the granulation on the surface of the sun, and you can see the
Really?
prominences on the edge, and you can see the sunspots. And Jim was able to see it. And also Lil was able to see it, yeah, so he's holding his hand up, trying to keep the sun out of his eye there. So, but he's a very experienced observer. If you ever have a chance to come to a star party when he's there, highly recommend. He packs up everything in his little truck and comes out and sets everything up. Yeah, I got some great equipment there. Okay, and here's some of the other telescopes that we had in the field. This is the 6-inch refractor. That's my public outreach telescope. If I ever go to a star party, you'll see this telescope there. And then we had our club CEA set up out there. And these are a couple of, beginner telescopes from Edmund Scientific back at the time. Of course, we found the Astroscan here.
Scan.
Yeah, and then I had a pair of binoculars set up here. So we had, Jim had a Maximoff, telescope, it's set up behind here, but it was, provides great views of, Saturn after the fact. Really impressive. So we had a good, representative, number of telescopes there, and people were looking through them, and I think people who were there, I think, had a good time. The feedback that I received, so. And there's Jeff again. In addition to Takahashi, he had these really nice binoculars here. Apochromatic binoculars, so. Yeah, they're presenting some really nice views of the moon too. They're using both eyes. And, you know, that makes a big difference when you're looking at the moon, using both eyes than just one, so. But yeah, I was really glad that he was able to show up. He wasn't sure because of the clouds, you know, whether it'd be worth it to drive, but. The forecast is looking, saying it's gonna be cloudy early on and then, you know, clearing as the night progressed, and that's exactly what happened. So. It worked out very well.
Did you get any pictures through the telescopes?
No, I didn't. I was, and here it is around sunset. You can see, we still have, you know, quite a bit of clouds there. But you can see, we had a lot of people, showing up before sunset. And I think it was a great turnout, and considering, you know, some people might not have made the trip because of the cloud, but.
And where was this? What's the location?
This is at the,
Sculpture garden?
yeah,
The
Okay.
memorial
Awesome.
sculpture.
yeah, off of Highway 97.
It's a good.
Yeah, it's a good spot for a group like this, so you don't have to worry about going on dirt roads, and yeah, it's right off the highway.
And we didn't get a lot of light from the traffic, from the
No,
trucks.
no, because the trees are blocked.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think it's good for a big event where you invite a public like this, I think. So. Yeah. And then Taylor gets with the moon photograph. There's Betty and Lori and Mary Ann. I think they're talking about the formation theories of the moon. So it's pretty intense, discussion going on there. So. Okay, so it's yeah, I'll go ahead and show it. I think it's about 14 minutes, so we're losing early here. But if somebody's looking for a telescope, yeah, I would recommend looking on the U's, you know, Craigslist and Facebook.
eBay.
Yeah, you can find something local here at a really good price, so, you know, they're out there. As a matter of fact, if anybody's looking for a telescope, let me know and I could keep an eye out for them too. To see if we can find one for them. They should be able to get them for, you know, about half the price of what he was showing them here. So. Okay, anybody have anything they want to bring up? Yes. Oh,
That's the cost.
I think this is a CA.
yep, that's a classic
That's
T8.
the old orange pumpkin or something like that.
Yeah.
It sat outside one winter in a cloud and a tree fell on it. I have all the parts except the, you know, the eyepiece. This thing was kind of skewed and it came out. I suppose it presses right back in, but I haven't tried yet. So I was just
Okay.
looking for some.
You can just buy that particular pump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which should be,
I'm not sure.
yeah, this here comes off here.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay.
No.
A tree fell on it, it might have.
Yeah, but if it comes off, you can get an adapter that you can then sort of insert cord in,
Mhm.
diagonal.
Yep, it also broke the site, wherever that used to be, you know, but
Oh, yeah.
with
Under.
yeah. I think I did a pretty good job getting the lens clean, but
Yeah.
it was messed up.
That's amazing, you didn't break a corrector.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's dented here somewhere a
Yeah,
little bit. but I
yeah, the
don't
glass
think
is
it's gonna-
broken, so.
Yeah. So I have all the parts. It has the, you know,
cut
you know,
it out.
that holds on either side.
Okay,
You know, so what year is that? It's kind of old, isn't it?
yeah, they started making, I think, in 1972, they went through. Around 77, 78, and they switched colors or production.
About 50 years old.
Yeah, so it's over 50 years old on the computer,
Uh-huh.
and it's got a serial number
Oh,
on
yeah, I
here.
see that.
And if you go to Cloudy Nights, they actually have a registry,
Who?
cloudyknights.com.
Oh, Cloudy Nights, got it.
It's an online forum where you can go. We actually have a registry of people who register their numbers
Oh,
and then the date that they bought them, so you can get pretty accurate representation.
oh, really? Okay.
They went over the field. Do you mind if I take a picture of the serial number and I
Oh, sure.
see if I can find for you there?
I was even thinking, you can get like video cameras to go on there.
Yeah,
So I'm just wondering where, get like a whole collection, of whatever
yeah,
eyepieces go on there.
yeah. Well, I recommend joining Cloudy Night.
Okay.
And there's different groups there, different discussions that you can find. You'll have people who tell you exactly how to restore this and you get everything working.
Good.
You get up.
Cool.
But that's a nice telescope, but made by Celestron and like saying 70 sometime. My
Oh, wow.
on that.
Interesting.
So, and they're renowned for their fine optics and
Mhm.
good views that it gave.
And notice the focus moves the mirror back
Yep.
and forth.
Yeah, it moves the
That was
primary. mirror.
interesting.
So yeah, so that's a good telescope and worthwhile to, I think, refurbishing and get it working again.
You bet, yeah.
So. Yeah, and we're talking about telescopes too, you know, he was talking about the astrophotographer and the expensive, you know, all the astro gear and things like that. And I want to remind everybody that we still have the C-Star S50, which does all that stuff that you want to do. You know, it's set up in, you know, one little, it looks like a R2 unit from Star Wars. You just set it up, power it up. It'll find whatever you want. It'll start taking pictures. It'll download and yeah, it's sitting in my garage, and you know, I wish somebody would borrow it and use it, get some use out of it.
You
So-
sell them?
Huh?
Are you gonna sell them?
No, it belongs to the club.
Oh, blah.
This is a picture
Yeah.
taken from it.
Yeah, okay, there's, that's got the,
This is the Orion Nebula.
That's.
It's an 81-minute exposure, which is really easy with this thing because it's all automatic. You operate it from your cell phone. You can't even look through it if you wanted to.
Or your iPad.
Everything's through the cell phone.
Your tablet.
but it's got, you know, the equivalent of a, you know, $10,000 Astro setup. I mean, you're not gonna get the image quality that a higher end unit will get you, but it'll get you,
Moon.
yeah. Things like that, just,
Or you can't look through it.
no, you can't look through it.
They have to,
You
it
gotta
shows
look
up
for
on
it,
your.
yeah.
If you look on our website, under the astrophotos, there's a bunch of
Yeah.
ones that
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
here, yeah,
several of us have put on there I have a different one. That's made by a French company. Called Vaonis, and it's very similar to the C-Star.
the galaxy. If this is M106
Oh.
galaxy, but in this image, there are actually 3 galaxies. You'd have to look close at it.
That's cool.
So all taken with the S50, the
Yeah.
C-Star S50, and it's free to borrow if you're a member of the club, which only costs $20 a year. So,
so, and we also have a Celestron 8, a later version of this model here. That's for loaner too, so. That's one that you saw in the picture that I had set up at the International Observe the Moon Night.
Mhm.
So that's available for borrowing too, so. I just want to remind everybody that we do have that, so. Okay, anything else? All right, oh,
Um,
No,
I saw something in the sky. Um. I've seen fireballs go across the sky. They start off dim, get real bright,
Mhm.
and then they get dim and keep going. Did that bounce? Did it bounce off, skip off the atmosphere?
no, because meteors are very fast, you know, they'll move across the sky in a
No,
couple
I
of
mean,
seconds.
I saw it, it was,
A bull light.
it
Well,
was pretty big, it's
how-
bright, and it kept going as it got dimmer, but it. looked
Well,
like
how long did it
maintained its
last?
Speed, pardon?
how long did it last from when you first saw it till?
2 or 3 seconds.
What
Okay.
color was it?
Um. White, I've seen the green ones, but,
Okay.
I don't really
It was
remember
this,
this.
it's a brilliant white, like a magnesium burning white.
Oh,
Right? It's normally space junk burning up in the atmosphere.
I think it was going faster than the regular orbital speeds,
Okay.
like, twice
Yeah,
as
yeah,
fast
so-
as
so
you
could
see
it-
the satellite go.
Could have been a meteor. And
Hmm.
it would have burned up further down. Down range or
Oh.
further.
Oh, well, that, that one of the home movie of the one in Montana in
Right.
the daytime, didn't that one skip
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, that one
Okay,
actually
that's
skipped
sort of
out.
what reminded me of this one. But I saw another one and it was start off dim and it stayed dim. It was only like one shade brighter than the rest, like the Milky Way is one shade brighter than the background. And it did that, and it didn't get any brighter. And it seemed to expand, and then it kind of puffed out and then stopped and disappeared.
Okay.
I've seen that 3 times now. I saw this like 5 years ago. But before, when I was younger.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they're
I-
probably meteors. Have you
Well-
seen the Starlink satellites? The
Oh,
Starlink as they go through the satellites, what they look
Yeah.
like, they,
but this I saw, it had a format, it expanded and then got about as big as the full moon and then disappeared. Now I'm wondering, what would ice do? I hear ice falls into the atmosphere often. Like, what would an iceberg look like? I'm figuring water's not gonna incandesce, but it might
Well,
luminesce.
well, it would burn up anything that comes in through the atmosphere.
Well, the water's not gonna incandesce, I don't think.
Well, it'll melt and,
Well,
There's a
yeah,
lot
but
of
it's gonna be a
Dust, even the water ones have a lot of dust.
yeah.
And it's the dust that you.
Oh, okay, maybe that's what I was seeing, but I was just wondering if, like, a luminance or a luminescence. Property that was giving off light,
Yeah,
it's possible.
well, depending on the chemical composition of the meteor, it burn at different colors and different temperatures as it's.
Well, that's
coming
what I
through the
mean,
atmosphere.
like something that would be like low temperature below incandescent.
Well, everything would be high temperature, burning through the atmosphere for meteors, so. But again, there's a lot of, YouTube videos and cloudy nights, if you go there, there's a lot of discussions about what people see. And they can explain in better detail than what I can here.
Okay, I've never heard of anybody else saying,
cloudynights.net.
.com.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you just Google cloudy nights, 2 words, you should come up with the URL for it. But there's a lot of information there. So I highly recommend it.
I see a book over there that says Echo, I remember seeing the Echo balloon
Oh, yeah,
from what, the 60s?
yeah, 50s.
50s, was it?
Yeah.
It was deflated, so it was tumbling and light was like just
Yeah.
going all over the place. It looked like it was
Yeah.
zigzagging through the
One of the
sky.
early satellites, yeah. All right. Okay, well, I'd like to thank everybody for coming to the meeting. I hope you learned something here and had a good time. And then next month, Jim is gonna be giving a presentation on the Pi Finder.
What?
On the Pi Finder, it's a new device for helping you locate objects in the sky through telescopes.
Finder.
Finder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pi, P-I-E.
PI.
PI,
Pi Finder.
3.4.
Okay.
yeah,
Awesome.
yes, it's based on Raspberry Pi, computer kits that you can buy that people make all sorts of different things out of them. But this guy decided to make a finder, so it actually mounts on your telescope and takes an image of the sky 10 times a second, identifies the stars in the field of view, then solves them, so it tells you exactly where you're pointed at. And then you can quickly locate objects to look at the telescope. So we look forward to Jen's presentation next month on that. All right, well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You. Okay, thank you. Is that what you said? Heard of it. No, there's not. No,
Well, thank you for rescuing my chair.
No problem. Do you need help carrying it home or did you drive or did you walk or are you sure? I can give you a hand.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Thank you very much.